All right. Hey, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Good evening to everyone. Let me make myself bigger. Hi. So I am Ursula, aka Crazy Cool Me. I'll put my banner up there. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Instagram, Crazy Cool Me 05, and on Facebook, Ursula Jackson. You can follow me there. So this is, oh my goodness, yeah, we made it 24 hours. We made it the whole 24 hours. So we are doing a 24-hour fast. Not 24 hour, I'm sorry. We are doing a 72-hour fast or 3-day fast. The challenge started on February the 28th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, those of you who are on this journey with me, who are doing this challenge with me, let's do it. We've made it 24 hours. You've made it one day. If you are here, you've made it through the fast today. Congratulations, especially if you've never fasted this long before. Congratulations, you've made it 24 hours without any food, but water, right? Water. We've been drinking our water, right? And we've been taking our electrolytes. Okay, so before we get into it, if you do have any questions or anything, please put it in Facebook. I can't see YouTube right now, but if you have any questions, you can put the comments in YouTube. If you're watching from YouTube, put the comments in there and I will answer you probably later on this evening. But if you're watching live on Facebook, you can put the questions in. I do have someone that's going to highlight them and let me know what you would like to ask. But I say that because I may not see your comment right away because I'm using a different platform. Okay, so before we get into it, I always would like to say that this is a disclaimer. All the information is educational and for entertainment purposes, as I am not a doctor. Okay, I have to say that I am not a doctor. I'm not Dr. Jackson. So just saying that because this is very serious, going without food and only drinking water. It's very serious, especially if you have other outstanding medical conditions or issues, and B, if you've never done this before. So it's very, very intense. So your body will be very sensitive at this state. Your mind, your heart, everything is going to be very sensitive. So you want to please talk to your medical provider before starting any fast. Hopefully, those who are on here with me or are doing the fast with me have already covered that basis. But if you want to do the fast in the future, make sure you cover that basis before starting any type of diet or exercise routine that's different from what you've been doing. All right, so how's everybody feeling after the 24 hours? Let me know. I'll let you know what I have been doing. Let's see. Hey Tyler. Thank you for joining in. Um okay. So I know Jay Jaforez, my husband and I, we have been on this fast together. So how I've been feeling today. Uh, hungry, yeah, you get hungry. But like I said, you have to ride that hunger wave. Okay, it's gonna be up, and then it's gonna just go down, then up, down, up, down. So you just have to ride that hunger wave. But today I have, tried to stay busy. The kids keep me pretty busy, so I mean, I don't have to try very hard. They keep me busy. I've been preparing meals for them, so that's been a little difficult because smelling the food and looking at it looking kind of good. And then you want to taste it too to see if it tastes right for them. And I can't even do that. So that's a little, but that's what's been going on. And then, just peeing a lot because you're going to be taking in a lot of water. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But, that's pretty much my day, just keeping busy, trying to do chores. I had to do some cleaning, but nothing heavy, nothing very extensive or anything, just regular routine cleaning, bathroom, all that good stuff. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah, I agree. Jay said he's been trying to keep his mind off food. Same here. Same here. I've been trying to keep my mind off food. Like I said, feeding the kids, you see the food, you smell it, and you just can't touch it. Ugh, can't touch it, can't eat it. But yes, so and what I've also suggested for those who are doing the fast or who will do it in the future is to kind of stay off social media as much as possible. I know, and then also with watching different programs, the commercials come on. If you haven't paid for the premium, no ads, okay, then you'll see those commercials, those food commercials, and then the food ad that comes in during that comes in like on your feed or your feed of on social media. So you'll see that as well. So just trying to stay clear of that because things they look good. All right. All right. And I'm trying not to tempt myself. So good job for y'all who are still on this fast and who've made it 24 hours. That's amazing. So 2 more days, just 2 more days. Okay. We've gotten through the first day and now we're going to go into the second day. And some say that the second day is the hardest. It's the hardest day. I think because physically you're going to your body is going to be going through a process of, no longer fueling itself with carbs or sugar or the things that you eat that are mostly carbs, that's not protein or fat. So your body is working, it's already used up all of those carbs, and now it's looking for another fuel source. And the second fuel source to carbs is fats, and that's what we want, right? We want that. We want our body to go ahead and eat that fat. It's fine. Go ahead. Yes. Have a buffet of fat. Like Jafora said yesterday, go ahead and eat that back fat. All right. Go ahead and eat that stomach fat. Go ahead. I'm good. I'm good. So you'll be noticing that your body is going to be working pretty much off the fuel stored inside your body. So with that being said, it's going to be a little, I say weak, but sensitive. So you can't go and do a sprint off, or that's why we're not exercising, because our body is at a sensitive state right now, and it's gonna be using that stored energy for fuel. So it's gonna be using that. All right. We're gonna let's see. Before I get into Before I get into the tips that I have, like I said, if you have any questions, please put them in Facebook. I'll have somebody highlighting them for me if you have any questions during this stream. And you can put them in YouTube as well, and I will answer them after this stream. But go ahead and put them in. Thank you once again for tuning in to this live about our 3-day fasting. If you're just curious to know about fasting, welcome. Or if you are on this fasting challenge with us for 2 more days, then let's do it. Let's go. All right. And good job for making it 24 hours. This is a very, very tough, very challenging thing to do, especially when I say once you get to that 18-hour mark, you're really because once I got to my 18-hour mark, I was feeling very hungry because I'm just used to eating around that time. So your body is like, where's my food? Where's my food? And I'm like, you gotta eat yourself. So speaking of 18-hour mark, I want to talk about a process called autophagy. I've talked about it before. So, about the 18-hour mark, your body is going to go through this process called autophagy. And autophagy is what it says here on the screen, if you guys can see it. It's just where your cell eats its own contents, okay? It's eating itself. And what it does when it eats itself, it's going to use that. It's called a recycling process. So it's going to use that waste and recycle it and help the cells that are already functioning properly. So it's going to use it as fuel. So body fueling itself. So it's an amazing process. So about the 18-hour mark, you'll be stepping into this process of autophagy, and it really peaks at 72 hours. So at that three day 3-day mark, you'll really receive those benefits of autophagy. And it's amazing. I mean, it's just amazing what autophagy does for your body. It helps promote gut healing, helps to get rid of, the junk in like the plaques and all these different things in your brain, and the waste in that, and the wasted cells in your body. It just helps get rid of all that trash, all that junk, recycles it, and helps your body to be more efficient. So the next slide, I hope you can see it's a little pixelated. But the next slide is what we were talking about yesterday, or what I was talking about yesterday, the stages of fasting. And fasting, of course, is a period of time where your body is going without food. But what your body is doing internally, as far as the hormones, etc., the insulin, we want insulin to decrease during fasting. That's why we were saying, no sugary drinks, nothing sweet tasting, obviously nothing to eat. Don't put cream or milk, whole milk, in your coffee or anything like that, because that's going to increase insulin or your blood sugar. And insulin is a hormone that helps or tells the body to store glucose or store those carbs turned into glucose. So the insulin tells your body, hey, there's some glucose in here, there's some sugar, there's some carbs in here, you need to do something with it. So that's what your insulin does. It gets that and stores it. And like we were saying before, that let's say you ate a 1,500 calorie meal, you're not going to burn off all that 1,500 calories that day, because it took you, what, 3 meals maybe to get that 1,500 calories. So when will you have time to burn it off? And you probably never will, like we were talking yesterday with the total daily expenditure. So I really suggest you look at that yesterday's live stream, when Jaforest talked about the total daily expenditure and how much of the calories that you need for your body, that your body needs to continue running. So, like I was saying, with the 1,500 calories, you haven't burned that all. So, where do you think the rest of those calories go? They get stored up. And that's where fasting comes in. So, where we can get all of that stored up glucose, all of that stored up calories out and burned off. We don't need it stored anymore, okay? Because it's getting stored as fat. All right. And so you see at the bottom, as how you progress along in the fasting, we're past that 24-hour mark. So we're in that transition period to where your body is decreasing in insulin and getting more into ketosis, which we talked about yesterday, which is where your body produces ketones, and the ketones are, telling your body to go ahead and burn that fat. All right. So that's what we want. And that's, as we progress into our fasting, that's what we're going to get. If we continue on not eating like we're supposed to. All right. So any questions so far? All right, yes, we are moving into ketosis. That's what we want. Fat burning mode. Love it. All right, so I'll go ahead and just go ahead and give you some tips so that you can push on into the 72-hour mark. All right, let's look ahead. It's almost there. It's in our sight. Let's do it. All right, we got to get over this hump, and then we're gonna Yes, we're gonna do this. And I was talking with my husband that we're gonna sleep so that we can get those hours on out of the way. And so sleeping, once you sleep, you're gonna be not eating in your sleep, hopefully. And so that's gonna help you also to just go ahead and get rid of some of those hours that you're fasting. You're gonna go forward in fasting during sleep. And let me see. And speaking of sleeping, you want to make sure you're not staying up late because you don't want to tempt yourself with eating, doing some late night snacking or things like that. So you don't want to tempt yourself. So I would say go to bed at a normal or reasonable time so that you can go ahead and get some restful sleep. Go ahead and let your body just continue to fast while you're asleep. And then you can wake up, refreshed and ready to tackle the rest of the fasting day. And once you wake up, make sure you please, please, please drink some water. Go ahead and drink your salts. Go ahead and do your drink, your salt drink. Go ahead and do that with your electrolytes. When I say salts, I mean electrolytes. Go ahead and drink that. And then take your magnesium as well, your magnesium capsule. Go ahead and start that process when you wake up so that you won't look up, you know, 3, 4 hours down the way and then you say, dang, I didn't even drink any water. And it's so important because you're going to be losing a lot of water during this period of time, especially today when I said that I was urinating a lot today. And that's because I'm using a lot of water. And because I'm reading my notes, I'm sorry. Because in the initial phase stages, in the initial stages, I cannot talk. In the initial stages of fasting, you're going to be getting rid of a lot of water. So you're going to feel thirstier than usual because your body is burning through those carb stores, like we showed you with the chart. So your body is getting rid of all that glucose, getting rid of it, and it needs that water to help flush everything out. So you're going to be urinating a lot through this process, but definitely through the initial phases you will be starting to urinate a lot because you're going to need because your body needs more water. So that being said, you need to intake water, keep it coming. If you're taking the electrolyte drink, which is in a 24 ounce of water, if you're doing that 4 times a day, like we said, then you're good. You're good on your hydration. If you're not, then you're gonna probably get dehydrated, and we don't want that because that causes other problems and issues, and it causes you to be hungry. And if you see my post earlier today, sometimes you may be dehydrated or thirsty and you're thinking it's hunger, but it's really that your body is saying, "Give me something to drink. I need some hydration." So you during this process, it's so important to stay hydrated. I can't stress it enough because your body is very at a very sensitive state. So you want to keep it hydrated. Take those electrolytes. I would say take them at a 4 hour increment. When you wake up, take it 4 hours from there, et cetera, et cetera. That way you have your electrolytes and you're hydrated. So boom, you got those two out of the way. And then remember, ladies, for your magnesium, you're going to need that amount on the screen, about 310 to 320. So about three of the 100 milligram magnesium capsule will be fine. And then for the men, you're going to take 4. So you'll take 4 with your 4 drinks of electrolyte juice or drink. I don't say juice, but 4 with that. And then ladies, we're going to do about 3. Well, 3, at least 3. All right. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see. All right. And what else? Okay, about the urine and hydration. So, one way to tell if you are hydrated is to look at your urine. If your urine is a pale yellow, kind of lemonade color, you're good. You're hydrated. Now, if it is a very dark amber color, you're dehydrated. Drink some water, please. Okay. So if it is that dark color, you're dehydrated. So you really, really want to stay hydrated during this process. I mean, we already don't drink enough water just usually. During this process is so critical. Okay. And I know I'm talking about water, hydration a lot, but it is very important, it's very critical. And to those who are drinking coffee during the fast, I would say to err on the side of caution with that because coffee is an anti-diuretic, all right? So it's going to, I mean, it's a diuretic, excuse me, it's a diuretic. So it's going to flush you. All right. It's going to flush you and you're already being flushed. So you want to just be careful with that and stay extra hydrated because of the coffee. So making sure you combat that with drinking your electrolytes and your water while you're drinking coffee. So don't substitute the coffee for one of your your water intake. All right. So drink your coffee and water. Coffee, water, because it is a diuretic and it will flush you and you don't want to get dehydrated. But coffee also works because it suppresses your appetite. So I know when I drink coffee, I can drink coffee and not eat the entire day. But I'm not drinking coffee now during this fast. But it is good in that it does suppress your appetite. All right. Any questions before I move on? Oops. Let's see. All right, we got some questions. When I'm burning fat, how do I make sure it burns the fat off my stomach first? You cannot spot reduce. I don't You can't spot reduce the fat. I think it's just going to it's just going to eat where it needs to. So you can't spot reduce it. And then so yes, and then do you burn fat and all that during your sleep? Absolutely. It's gonna be work. Your body works as you're sleeping. So it's gonna be doing work while you're asleep and while you are awake. And that's why you need hydration in your electrolytes to help your body to continue to work and continue to produce continue to work and keep you running throughout the day. You need those electrolytes. All right, let's see. So I would say if you're wondering what to do during the fast, stay busy. If you're working and you have a job that helps you to stay busy, that's great. I used to work a job that I was just going until lunchtime. But if you have a job that keeps you going, that's awesome. You don't have to think about, food. And if you have one of those jobs where they all want you to go to lunch and stuff, like, come on, Ursula, let's go to lunch. Let's go to, Taco Mama or something. And you're like, ugh, I'm fasting. So just, be aware of that and be aware of your environment, your social environment. Even if it's at home where you usually eat dinner together, probably just get you a cup of water or a cup of coffee. If you're doing the coffee with nothing in it, no cream or anything, but just being aware of those situations and knowing that you don't want to be tempted. So if you do go out to eat, just be aware that there's going to be the smells, there's going to be people eating, so that's a lot of temptation. So you may want to just pass on the eating out with friends or family for right now if you can. But if you can stay strong while they're eating and doing all that stuff, then that's great. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, let's see what else I have for you today. Mm-mm-mm. All right, I think that is it for for us today. Does anybody have any other questions or anything? You got this. You definitely have this. We have 2 more days. Jay and I are here with you. Let's do it. Let's get those benefits. I definitely want to get those benefits of autophagy. I feel like I have this brain fog, and that's what autophagy is really good in helping this brain fog. That's what I was trying to say. So I'm so ready for that to take effect. It is taking effect, right? We're at the 24 mark. So I'm ready to get the most benefits of it at the height of its benefits of autophagy. All right. So I want you, as I'm about to get off, I want you to just remember your goal and your reason for fasting. Remember why you chose to do this 3-day fast. Whatever the goal is it to lose weight? Is it to get a jump start on a healthier lifestyle? Get a jump start on your lifestyle from here on, doing being more fit, being more productive, all those things, and getting a head start on having a healthier life. Okay. Or you want to obtain autophagy, you want to get some gut healing, you want to clear some of this brain fog. It's anti-aging, you want to look younger. Okay. Whatever your motivation is, your positive motivation is, then let's continue thinking about that going into day 2 and then day 3. You're almost there. You've almost reached that finish line. We are there with you. We're gonna hold you up, and we're gonna walk it together. We're gonna walk. We're not gonna run. We're gonna walk because we're fasting. We can't run. But let's stay motivated. Let's stay driven on that purpose. All right. And then before I leave, what can you expect for day 2? Oh my goodness. What can we expect? So they're saying that day 2 is the hardest day. All right. Um, I'm gonna say just listen to your body. Listen to your body. If you need to sit down, take a break. If you're feeling a little, if you feeling like you don't have as much strength as you've had before, sit down, take a break, take your electrolytes. Remember, you're gonna need those. I was feeling a little sluggish this morning about that 18-hour mark. Took my electrolytes. I'm back at it. My brain is boom, 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 boom. Is working, and everything is going. My muscles and my nerves, they feel good. All right. So making sure you take those electrolytes. So for day 2, I would just expect to be hungry. That's just a part of it. Expect to be hungry and just ride that hunger wave. It's going to be up, down, up, down. All right. Taking your electrolytes, trying to keep your mind off of eating or your food and things like that, because sometimes we don't eat because we're hungry. We're eating because we're used to eating. We're not starving. We're just eating because we snack because it's there. So just remembering that. And I know for me, I've been thinking a lot about my relationship with food and just trying to think about, after this fast, how my relationship with food is going to change, or how it's going to be different from before, and try to live a healthier life and get the results that I want, because there's certain results that I want. I want to be a certain way. I want to have this certain body composition, and I want to also have the certain healthy lifestyle. So that's what I'm thinking about now during this fast. I hope you're thinking about it too, especially with food and our relationship to it. And then afterwards, how is it going to be different? Are we going to go back to snacking and eating all types of stuff? Or are we going to look at food a little bit different and say, I don't really need that right now. I don't really need that. I'm going to cut that out of my diet. I'm going to cut that out of my eating, just think something to think about. But we're gonna go on into day 2. We're gonna get some rest tonight, get you some good rest. But make sure you take your electrolytes because I said before when I did the fast before, I had some muscle cramping and pain during the night because I didn't take my electrolytes. So make sure you take it. And if now it's 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. If you haven't taken your electrolytes, you don't want to chug them down right now, like chug all 4 servings down because it will give you diarrhea. So you want to be careful with that. If you are feeling crampy or dizzy, go ahead and take that 1 serving of electrolytes. Wait and see how you feel. All right. And then wait 4 hours and then take some more if you still feel, bad. And then start in the morning when you wake up, start your 4 servings of the electrolytes. All right. Any more questions or comments before we head out of here? Okay, thank you guys once again for watching. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can watch this again on Facebook or watch it on my YouTube channel at the name down here. Down here. You can watch it on the channel, and also make sure you subscribe, share the videos, share them to your friends, share them to your coworkers, whoever, help a sister out, and just subscribe, like the video. And if you're thinking about fasting in the future, make sure you check out my previous videos, beginner fasting video, my video where I talk about the 72-hour fast that I did previous to this one, and also the video where I give you some tips. So make sure you stay tuned. I will be coming back tomorrow night, same time, 6:30 Central Standard Time, so that we can check in together, see how we're all doing, see if we're surviving for that 48-hour mark. All right, we got this. You got it. All right, I will see you guys later. Bye.